I peered out the window to see what was a dying night city. Life is a violent struggle for everyone not at the top. Here we go again, I said. This guy was from the Maelstrom, a guy named Tyrant, one of Night City's elites. He ran a small portion of Night City, and that's saying something, knowing that all the top guys of Night City get knocked off quick, and we wanted to be in on the secrets of Night City. The streets were prowling with low-level thugs who wanted to make a name for themselves in this vast Night City. In order to get an audience with Tyrant, we had to get his attention, and V had just the thing for that. When I say V, you say here or present. You know I don't follow orders. Should I remind you? The silence was ominous. The guard backs off, saying, "Never mind." This was getting out of control, said the prison chief. V's intimidating our strongest guards. Even the pit can't hold a top merc like V, said prison guard. Shut up, said chief. I was in a triple max prison and a terrorist on maximum lockdown on the south wing. I could only think about escaping and uncover the truth about what happened to Wendy. It was all over the news, but a large piece of information was missing. I had been here a few days. V had contracts to complete by a due date, or V's street cred will take a hit. When V turned in, I didn't think it would take so long to make a connection. You got a call from a higher up. Get out of your cell. You'll get punished 3 times worse after for this, jackass. V had been beaten unconscious in a cell by a guard. The next few hours, V wakes up in a beaten and battered state. You are pathetic, V said. V is then beaten unconscious. This happens every day until a guard was found dead, but due to the unfair treatment, no one asked any questions. I couldn't help but think about what was on that call V had with this higher up. It wasn't just the one guard. Many of the guards at Night City's maximum security prison wanted to get V alone and do as they please. I couldn't stay in here much longer. My cellmate held a grudge against me for failing to do their role in a heist I managed to pull off. It's not my fault. It seems the guards and whoever gets to choose who's with who intentionally put me with said person. That's how it is in the corporate world and in the street world. Whatever you appear not to like, people will use it against you, even if they don't know you and or you've done nothing wrong to them. That's human nature, I suppose. To overcome this, I hide my true feelings. This is only a temporary solution. I don't plan to hide forever. Takemura told me my ambitions were too great, but all V wanted was control of all aerial transport. The Tiger Claws deemed V a valuable asset, and so did the Valentinos. There were riots in V's honor at the bottom of the prison sector, which is known for worse treatment. Everyone was so impressed with this Night City Mercs feats. They never treated V like a normal person, but V once said gifts and honors don't matter. Seizing the day matters. Cyberpsychos have become a threat to humanity. They have become extremely hostile and have taken over a continent. Programming by Bart Moss as a goodbye gift. People say it will bring about the apocalypse. The threat has remained unchecked due to a severe loss in military numbers. All who tried died or disappeared without a trace. Cyberpsychos created a civilization where their technology is more advanced. Someone needed to go over there for the humans that are alive there. It would be inhumane to leave them there with no help. There needed to shed light on this situation, since we had no visual or footage of the inner workings of that continent. V is a known criminal. There are legal restrictions. However, this was irrelevant. I soon found out. In order to make safe passage across the cursed land of Night City, in order to gain access to these codes, you had to be in cahoots with Night City's finest, whose ancestors created the resource pool, influenced corpo culture, and the intelligence to power Night City. Night City's finest created moon transport and is recognized worldwide. Responsible for preventing Arasaka from abducting kids and making child soldiers in certain areas of the world. According to the law, they outrank the President of the United States. due to being the only group directly involved with furthering humanity and providing hope for the future. The cyber psychos have taken over Tokyo. V made contact with someone in the cafeteria of the prison the day before. They exchanged notes, I assumed to not be overheard by anyone. I kept it to myself and wondered what V was after. I assume it's who few know as the smuggler, the only known person alive who's ever managed to get access to the restricted side of the dark web. This information was obtained from a classified CIA document in a high-ranking officer's hotel room, who they were never able to catch. But through V's street kid experience, we were able to put the pieces together. He was in for a lesser crime, because any information obtained through the restricted side of the dark web was watched by the worldwide security and notified to the president and anyone higher up. Your identity would be uncovered almost immediately and you'll be on a list. Some say he disappeared, but we've seen a similar incident in which case the perp died of natural causes that turned out to be a murder cover-up. He must be very good at changing his identity and appearance to still be alive. My buddy slipped into a power plant and attempts to gain access codes to several terminals for air traffic distribution. In simple terms, redirect all money coming in from air traffic worldwide from their accounts to one account, our account, without them noticing. On their end, it'll look all good and everything will check out, but in reality, we will be the ones with that money. A neat trick, V uttered as the lock opens. Let's get out of here, V said as I rushed to the hallway after V. We get caught, that's our ass, I said. It was all my idea. I forced Locke to tag along. Did you now? The chief guard said. We knew the chief guard had a grudge against V and would not pass up on the opportunity to put the weight of two punishments on one person, especially V. All V knew was the hard way. Escort Sock back to their cell. We're gonna have a long talk with V. The guards moved me to my cell. It's a dark day in Night City. One of the skilled hackers in our group sent the Trojan horse virus to multiple banks and secured enough money to finally leave Night City. Luckily, we have a hacker who's seen someone get caught up doing it similar and created a way to circumvent that. But I needed to turn myself in for this. Someone had to take the fall for the team, and I was happy to volunteer. They were what I called home, not a location. The people in that room who've managed to save me more times than I can count. No one lasts in Night City. You get a year tops and it's game over. We wanted to put it into that cycle and prove it can be done. But we all knew that in order for that to happen, a sequence of events must take place and be in alignment. One can't happen without the other type thing. By my experience, everyone in Night City is cutthroat. Even Night City's finest, I heard they left a few chums to the sharks for not paying their money back. Is there a deeper meaning behind it? Like maybe we have to be mean first or something? I don't know. V had a connection with one of the inmates. I could tell as they talked. Don't overdo it, V said. Watch and learn. Winning a game they watched in prison. Cough it over. They had collected money this way and had gotten good at it. V and Bad were almost inseparable. Have you seen V? Bad said. No. What do you want with V? That's not your concern. You don't decide that, I said. Is your heart broken? No, that's not it at all. You're too immature for emotions and feelings, Bad said. My face was red and I was jealous that they had been choosing to spend all their downtime together. Keys jingle and the cell gate opens. V pulls mask off. Cove. We gotta go now. V expresses surprise for how they found this black site for criminals on the side of the news. And that is a cover up. She tosses V a light green automatic weapon with Barghest on the side. Guards up ahead. V shoots 2 shots that knock the weapons out of both the guards' hands. Good shooting, V, said Cove. Time to go home, V. Laundry's almost done. Oh, that you trying to sound cool, said V. Who's this? Cove said, glaring at me. Younger sibling, V said. Cove looks elsewhere, as if she thought her glare was offensive. She instantly trusted V, so I knew I could trust her. We were on the run and in need of a hotel. Are you going to be all right? I asked V. Yeah, did you get what we were in there for? I sure did. Things are going to get interesting, V replied.